run up to the next steak. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me summer. Hungry for it, see it issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You gonna believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see the got good go retrieve it, short small. When that's from Cali with the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts, but baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes,
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. But today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's go. 70.
The first carry now. This is Johnson.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I don't know what Coach told me before. They always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
To throw is Milton. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Come on.
Now Milton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Milton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Second and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Third and 5. Here's Milton now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Milton. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. But you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
Took him down in the backfield with those instincts. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On first down, Skinner. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here we go, Scott.
They'll keep it on the ground. Skinner. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Nixon. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Xavier Worthy. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Rocco 80. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun. Nixon. Pass complete to Royals. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Nixon. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Skinner. Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want. And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for Broncos score. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oh, they're a jet sweep to start the drive.
And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
On the set. Get it. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Get it.
Off the play fake. Nixon. He finds his man. Complete. It's Pearson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down.
Come on, Freddie.
They'll run on 1st down. Skinner. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Skinner calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Ready? 77 Wolf.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nixon. Open man is Bryant. He's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as they make the tackle at the Broncos 14. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right there. Go.
Up the middle they go. Skinner. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? That's caught right side by Worthy. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1.
Operating from the gun, Nixon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that is over the back line of the zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Milton. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On the ready. Bronco 80. 19, 18.
To throw, it's Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First and 10.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Here we go.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
60
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10.
Chiefs 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Nixon. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Pat! Cougar 19! Pat to 60, Pat to 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 yards there on a Denver first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
Please! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Go!
Up the middle. Johnson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. T. Higgins. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nixon looking left side and has got him in. That's Pearson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
60 by 6.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball. He was going to return man that time, didn't he? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nixon. He finds his man. Complete. That's Castillo. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Deputy! Cougar 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jalen Royals, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Chiefs 17. Harrison Butker to kick
Now
off
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Okay, strike.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Operating from the gun, Nixon. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
Mustang 19. 60 bites.
Back to throw. Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go now.
A final shot before break. Milton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both. This coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Trap 60, trap 60. Pass, ready.
Off play action. Nixon. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there. A big one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Nixon. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Oh, and a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
From the gun on 3rd down. Nixon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Looking to throw. Nixon. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on 1st down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
But give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 15 yards. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Off play action. Nixon. Oh, and that is incomplete.
But when the running game's plans never work, and sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
19, 18, 19, Lions.
Operating from the gun. Nixon. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Milton. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Milton. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Hey. 70 Timberwolves.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Okay,
2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Milton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Looking to throw. Milton. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun. Milton. They'll check this down to Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down and inches. And the Broncos get there and take him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Nixon. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And down to the 36-yard line here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Get it. Ready, right?
Back to throw. Nixon. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, Milton. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
Bracco 80.
Operating from the gun. Milton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now they'll change things up. Second and 2. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking it in the football.
There he goes again. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. On his loop for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Off play action. Nixon. Now drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. He may go. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offenses have success. You can say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they'll audible to something else. 2nd and long. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nixon. That's caught. Royals with it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
First down.
Go.
Looking to throw. Nixon. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 153 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Broncos, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week